then again you implement it, and again they will come forward. So it's a step-by-step process, and obviously a company, when he aims to export, so he has to earn that standard required for that particular export destination. So do you think, sir, that worker skills or operator skills is also somehow linked with the quality of pharmaceuticals products? And if it is linked, so what sort of training facilities should have for maintaining the standard of pharmaceuticals product?
This is very, very important point, and we are lacking in it, truly speaking. We are putting very less attention on this. We do not, in countries like us, we do not pay attention to the training of the workers, and we just take worker from the market, and we just in the interview ask him that you need a job, okay, come and then just join. He doesn't know that he's working in the pharmaceutical industry, and the pharmaceutical industry is different from the other countries. What are they? What the product they are manufacturing? So in the pharmaceutical industry, even I said there are two sectors. There's a sterile product and the non-sterile product. In the sterile product, they require very highly skilled worker, and highly speaking about the training of the worker. So training of the worker is very important, because when the worker is not aware of don't know the criticality of the steps which are manufacturing. For example, in the tablet manufacturing, we start from the granulation, compression, coating, and then packaging. So each step needs a very skilled worker. For the sterile product, like the injectable or the ampules, we have a very critical step inside that is called the optical checking, in which we check the fiber or the particle inside that filled ampule and the vial. If this step is missed, if your worker is not trained, if your worker is not appropriate to conduct that job, there are chances the non-conformities go to the market, and that has happened sometime, and that causes serious health problems to the worker, to the patient. So the company should realize the training of the worker. Worker should know about the criticality of the job, and to counter-check their skills and the capability. The quality assurance department should assure their capabilities and their skills. And if they are not trained, they should go to the training. And beside the training, they need their good medical checkup also. If the person is sitting for the optical checking, his eyes should be okay. He should be able to see the particle properly. And if the eyesight is not good, then he will pass on that ampule, and then this problem will go to the market. So I will emphasize on the training of the worker, and the training of the worker is a full-fledged process that should be the schedule. For the annual schedule, you should have the annual plan, and then that the training of the worker should not be in English. That should be in the local language, because your worker are normally not so much educated that can understand even the scientific terminology the people speak in front of them. They should tell them in the very common way. And then another training is called the on-job training. For that training, the skilled worker, already trained worker, should sit with them. Then that should tell them how to check. Even the packaging process is not so simple process. In the packaging process, the worker should be trained for the packaging process. In the Pakistan, I'm just trying to develop such a program for the both millennials and for the workers.
Sir, perfectly you have mentioned that the training or skills of the worker is also relevant with the quality of pharmaceuticals product. Because if a worker who is responsible for checking or having an eyesight on the product, if he miss any particles and if goes to the market, it could be harmful for the patient as well. Thank you very much, sir. Training facilities should get priority, not only in international language, but also training in local language for the lower educated workers. It is very important. Now, my point is, pharmaceuticals is such a sector, it requires qualified pharmacists. Without qualified pharmacists, it is not possible to produce a standard or quality pharmaceuticals product. So, what is your advice to prepare, to educate, or to produce qualified pharmacists? What sort of curriculum do you need? What sort of laboratory arrangement do we need in a country?
Actually, pharmacist is a very versatile type of the field. All pharmacists do not go to the industry. Some of the pharmacists join the retail pharmacy, some of the pharmacists join hospital pharmacy, some join the marketing, and some of them come to the pharmaceutical industry. And again, in the pharmaceutical industry, they have a different area. The pharmaceutical pharmacist can work in the quality control, in the microbiology,
Especially the
assurance,
chemists, sir, especially the chemists, those who are directly relevant with production.
Yeah, production. So your question is related to the production. So the pharmacist should not even have the academic knowledge. In the last year of the study, or the last semester, he or she should have some industrial knowledge to prepare how to prepare the medicine and what are the steps to manufacturing of the medicine. And he should see equipment. Normally, when the people from the university, they come to the industry, they have not seen the simple instrument because they have not seen in their academic life. On the other hand, you see the doctors, they go to the hospital, they see the patient themselves, and they see all the process, surgical or medical process. They are being trained. When they come out of their education, they go to the skill. But unfortunately for the pharmacist, they do not have such a skills and the knowledge from their academic life. So I emphasize that the academia in the university where the pharmacist is studying, there's a responsibility of that department. They should have the industrial area in the industrial area. They should have equipment with them. Even the pharmacist can have the basic knowledge of that instrument, how to handle them, and they should allow pharmacists to work on them. And with this, they should have the industrial tours. They should take their pharmacists to the industrial tour. They can see that equipment which are not available in their industry. And third, the most important is the internship plan. The pharmacist should have the internship plan in some good type of the industry where all the processes are available in the good condition, according to the good in the GMP. Then the pharmacist will be able to work in the industry. Otherwise, he will face problem.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. You have rightly explained that pharmacist is not a bookish knowledge or bookish education only. They should get enough facility to do laboratory work, enough facility to have industrial attachment, or they should go for before completing the degree, they should visit industry, they should work in industry environment so that they can understand what sort of machinery is currently using in the industry and what they are learning in the academia. So academia, industry academia linkage for producing qualified pharmacist is very important. Thank you very much, sir. Now, one question. For example, once generic medicine producers, they make profit, but the profit is somehow maximum who is capable to produce antibiotics. Last year in 2021 or 2020, we observed that the company have facility for producing vaccine. They made huge profit due to the COVID-19 and others. So what is your advice? What sort of pharmaceuticals product could be more profitable in upcoming years?
Upcoming years, the vaccine is most important, yeah, in the upcoming. And most of the companies are focusing to the vaccine. But as I already said, the antibiotics and the vaccines start in the basic manufacturing is very difficult, and it is not so easy. It needs a lot of the investment of the money. But what the companies are doing, they are importing a prepared vaccine from the countries like China or from other country, and they are just filling it in their country. But if they go to the very first process, like the say manufacturing of the vaccination, that is possible. That is not so impossible, and but it takes some intention, aim, and objectives, and then once they overcome that process. Now, in the coming era, the biotechnological products are important. So the routine products are now going back, and the coming era is of the biotechnology product. In the biotechnological, normally we have the modification in some organism like bacteria. We take out the gene and we put the gene of the rather from animal or from the human source, and they put it inside. And that biotechnological products are very important even for the manufacturing of the insulin, or for the vaccine like the hepatitis and many more other type of the products. So,
that means coming era is for the biotechnology product for making profit as well as the vaccine you have already mentioned.
Yeah.
So
that is also a biotechnology product.
The audience who are listening today, for audience from pharmaceutical sector, the entrepreneur, the professionals, please listen to our today's expert that not only producing generic medicine, but also make you capable for vaccine production or biotechnology product production that will give you extra mileage in the next decade. So with this now, my question is to you, sir. You have produced a finished goods, pharmaceutical products. You have packed it, just put it in the carton. So in this stage, what sort of precautions should